Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you watched my last video, of course you were introduced to Miss Pochiko here at 21 and a little over 21 and a half inches tall. Well, Pochiko doesn't rule the roost for much longer because yeah, stuff is about to get real. So what do we have here? Well, Box in a Box Productions, along with Channel K Runch, is proud to present the 1 to 2.5 scale PVC statue super figure Kirino Kousaka, the AmiAmi swimsuit version soft bust edition. I've been waiting on this one forever and a half, and it was delayed 3 different times in production before it was finally released, and I am so glad that it is here today. I had to hurry home from work to pick this one up before the post office closed at 5 today. So, you know, we're not going to take a look at the box on the outside so much as it's pretty plain, but there's a neat little I don't know, sticker or what on the top here with some kanji on it over the seal. So, we'll go ahead and take care of the outside box here and go to the next step of seeing what is inside of this one. Box in a Box Productions is proud to present Are You Kidding Me? So we go from one plain box to another plain box, only with English script on the outside, to kanji on the outside. Did I purchase a Russian Matryoshka box doll type thing here? It's what it's starting to feel like. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get into this box and see what comes next. And hopefully it's not another cardboard box. Okay, there we go. We're all done with the plain brown cardboard boxes. We're finally to the main outside sales box for this figure. And nice colorful box as well. This is from Griffin Enterprises and mentions it's a super figure here. Otherwise, quite a bit of kanji on the outside, noting that this is a 1 to 2.5 scale PVC figure. And, of course, from Orimo, we have Kirino here. And, yeah, there's a actual holographic sticker in the bottom right-hand corner, and I hope you don't mind, but I've changed the camera here to this way, just so I can get the whole box in without having to take my iPhone all the way to the very far back end of the room here. But let me kind of turn the box so you can see all 4 sides. Here we have what I will call the right side of the figure, once again noting Kirino Kousaka and the AmiAmi swimsuit version, this time in, English. I was going to say Romanji, but it's not Romanji, obviously, but it is in English on that side. And as well with the left side, we see the front side of the figure this time, again noting the figure in English, and then we'll kind of take a look at the back of the box here, which kind of gives some of the details and mentions, hey, it's not for ages over 15? Okay. For ages. I was going to say, warning, not for ages over 15. Why is that? Now, it is for ages 15 and over. Well, you know, I don't know what's so wrong about giving it to somebody a little under 15, unless you think they're going to get, like, horny and have sex with it. But Oh, yeah, so we have all the details on the back here. And let me see, let me go ahead and get in a little bit closer on this so you can kind of see some of this down towards the bottom here. The warning for ages over 15. And it's surprisingly a lot of English on this one. I wasn't expecting that half the information here would be in English. And then on the other side here, we do once again see the kanji and the notation for Griffin Enterprises. And once again, for people over the age of 15. So very cool there. All right, take a quick look here at the top of the box as well while I got the camera in my hand. And once again denoting the 1 to 2.5 scale PVC, and that it is from Orimo, and that it is our lady Kirino here in kanji. So very cool box on this one, I have to say, for such a large figure. So let's go ahead now, and here comes the fun part where we start taking the stuff out of the box. All right, so the first thing I want to point out here is that we get this large chunk of styrofoam, just as we did with the Super Pochiko figure. Only this time you will see here immediately that the extremely large base for this one is located right on the outside of the package here. And of course, there's also a little instruction sheet that was right on top that mentions taking a hairdryer if you need to warm up the PVC if you want to kind of move the hair around just a bit. So yeah, always a helpful tip if you need to slightly change your model just a little bit, or something happened during shipping that might have changed the angles of the PVC just a bit, that if you heat it up, you can move those ever so slightly. You know, you don't want to go crazy with them, but it is a pliable material. So I actually want to take one more quick look at the base here. This is kind of interesting. This is made completely of wood. This is not plastic. And on the bottom, they also put a very nice velvety material to keep the base from sliding around a lot. And this here would obviously be the front, where they actually put a very small print, a notation that, again, this is the soft bust Kirino from Season 2 of Orimo, made by Griffin Enterprises. So very neat here. So I like this. I really like this so far. Okay, so here we come to the big reveal. And I will say this already, when I split the tape and kind of cracked this open and got it ready and set up beforehand, I got a whiff of quite a strong chemical smell to this one. So might have to let it air out a little bit. I don't know what's up with that, but let's go ahead and open her up and see what's going on inside here. And oh my, okay, I'm not going to get too far as getting this without her apparently falling out. So we'll have to check. As you know, there's possibilities with figures like this and large size that something may have gotten damaged in shipping. We're going to hope that did not happen. But tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and take this out this way, because it looks like, unfortunately, she is not going to be able to stand up and stay inside the foam here. So let me go ahead and we'll just go ahead and put this one on the base right away, and back here after a little bit. All right, so here is our figure out of the box. And luckily everything arrived safely. There were no broken parts or pieces to worry about. Now I will attach a few photos later on in this to kind of give you a few better shots from some different angles. I did come to the conclusion about that strange rubbery petroleum smell that was really strong coming out of the box, that that is actually the soft breast material that they use. And that material basically covers her chest, but also the upper portion of the arms there above the tie on her bicep. So, you know, otherwise it's just going to take a little bit of time for that to air out. It's a minor gripe at first, but I'm pretty sure that will pass as time goes on. And of course, here is the fun part where I bring in a couple of my other figures again, and we kind of take a comparison. Up front, first is Seina Kashiwazaki, and that is the 1:4 scale gift figure, and as I mentioned before, that comes in just under 15 inches tall. Then, of course, we have Super Pochiko to the right, and she came in at just over 21.5 inches, right around 21.65. Well, finally, we come to Kirino in the 1:2.5 scale version, and she comes in at a whopping 70 centimeters, which comes out to just over 27.5 inches at 27.56. So, quite the large figure indeed. I think the only one that would outdo that that I can think of right now, I believe there's a 1:2 scale of Super Sonico that quite a few people have. I believe that's 1:2, not 1:2.5. So I think that would be just a little bit taller also. And for those of you who are considering, of course, getting the Kirino soft bust figure, I do want to warn you, as far as shipping, getting this over here is going to be a major strain on your wallet. Not only is it an expensive figure, but as far as shipping goes, I ended up paying over 15,000 yen to get her over here, which I believe comes out to somewhere in the neighborhood of $120+ US for shipping. So quite a bit there, but overall, happy to finally have this one in my collection. As I said, I've had to wait for a long time for this. It's been pushed back like 3 different times. I want to say almost 6 months, if not just a little bit longer. Alright, that I believe is going to wrap up this video. Like I said before, I will throw in some photos, though, to kind of give you some close-ups going around the figure for Kirino. Thanks, guys, for tuning in for another video on the channel, and hope to see you again here soon. Don't know what's coming up next. It's going to be a surprise for me when I find out if and when the next one from AmiAmi ships out. And hopefully it isn't for quite a while, because I'm still going to be recovering financially from purchasing this one. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Take care. And see, this is where we get all pervy and go, squishy, 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 oh, squishy, 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 squishy. I think she likes it. Squishy, squishy.